Psychic Ingo Swann. The concept of remote viewing is often dismissed as a pseudoscience, but public ridicule didn't seem to be a deterrent for the infamous three-letter agency or the Standford Research Institute, when in the early 1970s they invited a man by the name of Ingo Douglas Swann to partake in a special project regarding the realistic potential applications for military and intelligence purposes of the previously mentioned psychic ability. Swann worked closely with physicists Russell Targ and Harold E. Puthoff, who were leading the remote viewing research efforts at SRI. Together, they developed and refined the protocols and methodologies for conducting remote viewing experiments. Swann's natural talent and success in remote viewing played a crucial role in shaping these protocols. In one of his remote viewing sessions at SRI, Swann was tasked with describing a secret research facility in the Soviet Union that was not publicly known at the time. He provided detailed information about the facility's function, layout, and the presence of certain types of equipment. Intelligence efforts, including satellite imagery and other sources, later confirmed the existence of the facility, and the details Swann provided aligned with the actual characteristics of the site. Ingo Swann was one of the key individuals involved in the US government's remote viewing program known as Project Stargate. Under this program, Swann and other remote viewers were tasked with various intelligence-related missions, including locating missing persons, gathering information on enemy activities, and assessing the potential of remote viewing for military and intelligence purposes. But Ingo's reach wasn't restricted to planet Earth. In fact, he revealed information on the Moon, Jupiter, Mercury, and others that was later verified. In a remote viewing session at SRI, Swann was asked to describe a target on the Moon's far side, which was not visible from Earth. Swann's description of the target included details about a specific crater, including its size, shape, and the presence of a prominent central peak. Subsequent exploration of the Moon by NASA's Apollo missions confirmed the accuracy of Swann's descriptions. The crater he had described matched a real feature on the Moon's surface. In another remote viewing session conducted at the same place, Ingo was tasked with describing the planet Mercury. He provided detailed information about Mercury's atmosphere, which was not confirmed by conventional scientific knowledge at the time, but his description of a thin, wispy atmosphere was later confirmed by NASA's Mariner 10 mission, which visited Mercury in 1974 and provided data supporting his remote viewing impressions. In the early 1970s, during one of his first sessions, Swann was asked to describe the planet Jupiter. His remote viewing session yielded information about Jupiter's unique features, including the presence of a ring system. Now, as we all know, Jupiter doesn't have any rings, so maybe he just mistook Jupiter for Saturn? No, because several years later, in 1979, NASA's Voyager 1 spacecraft captured images and data that confirmed the existence of Jupiter's ring system. This confirmation was seen as a remarkable validation of Swann's remote viewing abilities, as he had described the rings before their existence was officially recognized in the scientific community. He went on to provide more details about the planet in question. However, those are not publicly accessible due to the classified nature of the research. Now, it has to be said that Ingo Swann wasn't always accurate in his remote viewing descriptions, but what I personally find mind-blowing is the fact that he's been able to predict several times the exact location, shape, and features of objects and events that are just impossible to assess without the help of advanced technology. It's certainly interesting that people would so quickly call individuals like Ingo a fraud, without even looking at the data. This is yet another reason why one must go through life with an open mind and remember that just because current science cannot explain it, it does not mean it's not real.